Hey everyone, welcome back to some more work on RPG Craft, where I'm attempting to overhaul vanilla through command blocks and just add a whole bunch of RPG features. Last time around, we started work on our little friend here, who I've decided to dub Tom, as I demolish his head. So Tom, for Totem of Mob Management, server, and essentially we're going to finish him off today, and that way next time around we can start work on probably the last main feature, which is going to be creating actual bosses. So I want to make 12 different bosses for the game, all using standard mobs, but with variations of how I do all the different abilities and everything. But anyway, on to Tom. So he's complete in a sense. He has all 4 versions, so if we take a look at buckets, we've got random mob selection, furthest, closest, and then all, and they're all at different intervals. So I think these are set to every 3 seconds, the all is set to every 12 seconds. So if there's 4 or more mobs, you generally want all. But then there's also the radius difference. So the random is the full radius. So if you don't fill the cauldron with anything, if you fill it with water or lava, it's going to be this second circle, or diamond. And then of course snow will be this smaller, very defined radius because it does target every mob. Along with that, we have 16 different cores that you can use. I haven't put them in a chest anywhere, stupidly. I usually set everything up so I can keep track of all the different things I need. I'll just put it over here. I can remember a few of them, but we'll see how I do. I'll fill up the chest and then we'll go through them. Not bad, there's 3 I can't remember. But yeah, so dripstone causes stalagmites to fall, bone is arrows, bale summons very weak iron golems. I think I capped their health at 10, so they do die in a few hits, and they don't drop iron. Slime is like bounce. Enchanting adds XP, and we might as well show some of these off. I think the dragon eggs is a decent one, and also a more complex one is the mangrove roots. If we go back over to Tom, we can grab out husks since they don't burn in daylight, and we'll just leave it as the normal cauldron. But if we summon a husk and then we put in, say, the mangrove roots, a potted plant will spawn under him. It does get deleted. You should take damage from it though, eventually. No, he won't take damage because it's doing instant damage. I stand on it, will it? I think I'm blacklisted. We got a spider. You can go away. Yeah, so the spider should take damage. There we go. For being essentially skewered. It'll do 3 ticks maybe before it gets reset. So it does kill stuff. And then it does clean up after itself, which is quite nice. The dragon egg is a bit better. So it's going to summon the dragon fireballs and of course make the dragon mist, which actually doesn't damage undead. I didn't realize that. It would damage us, and of course it'll damage spiders. Oop. You are ruining my little field. But yeah, and then you just take out the cores. But what we're going to work on today is 2 more additions just to finish them off. So they're actually going to be a timer system to delete the block in the middle. That way it's not infinite, so you do have to actively restock and readjust your comm system, however you want to call it. And this top plate. Right now, if it gets exploded, so if I summon, for instance, a fireball, and then hit it down, the item frame, of course, gets knocked off, which we don't want. We want to make it indestructible so that it can't be tampered with once Tom's actually set up and functional. And with that, the mob encyclopedia is all done. So I've gone ahead and mapped out all of their abilities. If you ever want to take a look with their corresponding eggs, you can just click all the buttons and they'll pop in chat and you can get an idea for what they do. So whatever this is, the Vindicator has dash, bash, and defender. I missed an opportunity there. We do dash, bash, smash. Anyway, other than that, what else do we have left? There's not much, unless I come up with another system. We've only got the equivalent exchange to finish off. And then, of course, the big thing, the 12 different bosses I want to implement, each with their own set of unique abilities. Other than that, we just need to finish off some work on Tom here. So I've gone ahead and given him a name. So Tom, Totem of Mob Management. And he has 4 different modes, 16 different variations, and most importantly, he is now protected. So if we swap over to survival, I can show you what I've done. Right now, I can get the glow item frame. I can go ahead and destroy the item frame and disable Tom. We swap over to survival though, you can see that you can no longer disable the item frame. No matter what you do, it's invulnerable. We swap back over. If I destroy the cauldron, however, or any part of Tom really, we can now. Ooh. No, I ruined it because Tom needs all parts. Okay, but it should work now. I could hit the right buttons. And of course. Yeah, now we can destroy it. Thank God. So I've just given him some level of protection, especially because there's a few variations of him. Ones that use any of the explosions, so summoning fireballs, summoning lightning, all that can knock off the item frame, and we just wanted to keep it safe. And I think what we need to change, so this is the system, it just has, I'll put it in chat, that's the easier way. So it's just using the cauldron check, so if all the blocks are there, doesn't worry about the middle block anymore though, it will set the item frame to invulnerable, meaning it can't be destroyed outside of creative. And then if the cauldron's not there, it will set to normal, which the better way to do this one is I should get rid of all the polished deep slate as well. So it's just checking the cauldron. It should be just checking the observer and the cauldron. The walls won't matter anymore. And that way, no matter what part you demolish, as long as you get rid of the cauldron first, before the observer, I mean, you can destroy the item frame. If you get rid of the observer first, you probably end up with an item frame that's just invulnerable. So that's actually slightly bad, but not something I can really fix. I guess if you got rid of the observer, maybe. But then the item frame, well, we can test that actually. So it's invulnerable right now. If I get rid of the observer, it should pop off by itself, or because it's... No. Okay, good. So it is 100% safe. You won't just end up with random item frames down the world. Back his little face. And then the other thing I've done is I've added a timer system that will go ahead and reset the cores. So on every 5 minutes now, the middle block will get replaced. I don't really have a good way to show it. Well, if we put this here, actually, and then I'll just go manually trigger the button. So this little command block here. Did not do it. Why did you not work? Execute at the glow item frame. Yep. If there's a block, so if there's a cauldron, if there's an observer, if there's 4 walls, should replace the second block with air. And the second block is... I forgot the item frames. So now if we press it, it should get rid of the command block. And I decided to make this system... Yeah, so it's gone. Make this system so you can turn it on and off. So if you want essentially infinite toms or torrents, you can turn it off and then you don't have to worry about replacing the cores. Otherwise, essentially, it's not a science because the way the counter or the timer works is it's continuously going, meaning at any point you complete him, so you put a block in the middle, from there to a maximum of 5 minutes, it will be destroyed. So it's if you've ever played RuneScape, it's like the cannon there to prevent AFK. Other than that, there's only a few other things housekeeping-wise that we need to do. I need to get around to making all of the item frames invulnerable. That way, in survival, someone can't obviously come here and just destroy the item frames and get everything. I mean, they could break the block behind it, I guess. The only way to do that is you can modify data. I'm pretty sure you could modify blocks as well. And there's a slight hassle with this, and that's the fact that you can only limit it to 1 at a time. So essentially what I've done is it has data modify entity, flow item frame, limit 1, but this sort random. So if I turn this to a repeating command block, it will randomly start making all the item frames invulnerable that are in the world. And I just got to leave it running for who knows how long to essentially get through them all. If I leave it for like an hour or so, it should definitely hit them all by then. Do that for normal item frames as well. Blocks are an interesting thing because I would very much like to make them invulnerable. Pretty sure you can if you change this from entity to block. Should still work. Obviously you can't do @E, you have to do positioning. I don't know if you can do a mass amount at that point, or only 1 at a time. If it's only 1 at a time, it's going to be quite a hassle. I might have to develop a system to just filter through them all, in a sense. I mean, one way I can think of is if we set it to do any block the player walks on top of, then I can't really do the walls. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. That's just housekeeping-wise. Other than that, the only systems left, like I said, is the bosses, so 12. I have to sit down, work them all out, design them, and what is this one? I can't for the life of me remember what this is for. Oh, this is a cauldron system. And that's the other thing, I have to get around to writing out all the different systems in like an information packet for the buttons. And finish off the equivalent exchange. So not too much left to do. It will just be a lot of time staking, sort of sitting down and writing it all. Other than that, I just thought I'd give a little update, show off that we finished the little codex system. I really like this. Quite neat. Hopefully I can do the outside justice and make it look pretty. The fact that you can just see everything they do. So polar bear has swipe and icy fur. Do I have to find any mobs that have spawned? Are you in here? Is that where you're coming from? Kind of sounds like it. You are. So I need to replace these bottom blocks with, I think I've just been using Shroomlight. Yeah, that's what it's called, Shroomlight. Yeah, so nothing can spawn in the midst of all our little redstone timers. Anyway, not much to this one, unfortunately. The next one will probably be starting on the boss system, so we look forward to that if you're interested in learning how to make bosses. It's the similar system to these normal ones, but we'll be throwing in, obviously, a few more. So I've set up so I can make these chains a lot longer and make more dynamic abilities. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.